Assalamualaikum. We're live.
Alaikum salam.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Qasr al-Az'af. This is Sunday, January 11. Today we'll be talking about the semi-final of the African Cup. No more talk about Algeria. It's the past now.
You sure?
Assalamu alaikum, guys.
Today we have a special guest, Brother Boubacar from Senegal. He's a big fan of Sadio Mane. Welcome, Boubacar.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Thank
And
you.
he
Welcome,
will give us
welcome.
his, opinion, what
Welcome,
he saw.
Welcome, Boubacar. I am also a fan of Sadio Mane too. So.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
All right. So semi-final I think it's coming on Wednesday, both games.
Yeah, both games are Wednesday, yes.
Yeah, on same day, and then the final on Saturday. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Welcome, Boubacar. Welcome, Mohammed, Fuad, Atman.
Thank you.
All right.
Welcome.
So the first game is I don't have the schedule in front of me. I think it's
I
Morocco.
believe it's Senegal. Yeah, Senegal.
Senegal, Egypt.
Yep.
Then Morocco versus Nigeria.
Correct.
Are going to be two big games. Hard to predict, I think. But now I think we have to. I'm picking up Senegal that go as far as possible.
Yeah, that's the hope. We pray for that. That's the hope. But I have to say, I don't have high confidence this year compared to,
2 years ago.
year ago. I mean, 4 years ago was much, much better. 2 years
Yeah.
ago, was a lot of disappointment. But this year, even though they won few games, I'm not really sold yet on the way they play.
Yeah, I mean, Senegal, the truth. So far, they didn't face like really a big team yet.
Yeah, exactly. So they win against Sudan, they win against Mali, 10 men.
Yeah.
And you could see the game, was very shaky. From what I saw from Egypt yesterday, I'm a little bit worried. Egypt, they looks very organized. Defense is very solid. I think they had less than 40% of the ball, but they scored 3 goals. The efficiency was so high. Almost every single attack, you could say they could score.
Yeah.
With Marmoush in front and Salah. The defense and the midfield and the defense is very, very solid. And Senegal, they waste so much occasions before scoring. I don't think they're gonna have that chance of, having 10 occasions and so on. So
It'd be nice to see
worried.
Salah versus Sadio again on the same field.
Yeah, I'm worried. And also there is a lot of bad blood still, between Egypt and Senegal.
Yeah.
From the last final, and also the World Cup qualifier like 2 years ago. There was some clashes and all these leisure
You
game
beat them on both
playing
games,
on
right?
the
You bought them.
players.
You bought them for the World Cup and for the African Cup.
They were, I think they were in the same qualifier for the World Cup, I believe, and they were like 2-leg
Yeah.
games where it was really rough.
Yeah.
And I think the public was kind of going against each other on playing leisure game on the players. So there's some bad blood out there. I know, but I feel this one will be really tough. And I am for the Senegal, obviously, but I'm afraid that Egypt is gonna take it this time. So let's see.
Let's see.
It's a cup game, you never know. It's one game.
Yeah, it's one game, but if Senegal don't increase, the seems very slow.
How good is
pace
the
of the
Senegal
game
coach
is very
now?
slow.
Is
Huh?
the Senegal coach, is he experienced guy?
Yeah, he's a local. He used to be on the staff previously. He used to be a player, and he was on the staff, and then they kind of let go Aliou Cisse, and then they put this guy. He's young, and he don't have a lot of experience, and I just, like you said earlier, I just feel like they never play a good team yet. So I'm thinking this is the first big team that they will meet, and we'll really see if they are a good team or not. They used to, some games where they up their game, so they play against England, even though that was wasn't like a official game. I mean, was
Friendly games.
exactly, but they up their game. But against Brazil last time, that was not good. So I'm afraid I'm afraid this time is going to be rough. Egypt, I mean, they don't waste. They seem very methodical, very organized, disciplined. They just don't go forward for going forward. They go forward when they need something. If not, they are on their end, just organized. They're not, running around for nothing. I'm just thinking this game gonna be hard, and I'm seeing like 0-0 to penalties again, but I don't see like 2 nils or 3 nils and something like that. It's not gonna happen.
Well, Buck, let me ask you a question. How do you feel about the performance against Mali?
Honestly, the game was, I guess after the red card, I think everything changed because they was playing 10 against against 10 men.
Yeah,
But before that, you could see Mali for the first 10 minutes. Mali almost scored. They almost had a penalty,
yeah.
and the intensity was more on the Mali side. The speed was more on the Mali side. But once they went down to 1 man, I mean to 10 men, and then they kind of sat back, and you could how much waste Senegal had. They waste so many occasions. They could not kill the game. A good team could have killed the game, 2 or 3 nil by the half, but they could not
Mhm.
do that. So that's the
But
reason why I'm feeling that they may have a rough time against Egypt.
yeah, I thought the referee was a bit harsh too. Obviously, you
Correct,
might not
correct.
agree, but I
So
thought the
so
referee was
knowing
pretty
that,
harsh on
yeah,
Mali.
Who
yeah,
was the referee from?
huh?
The referee was from where?
Forgot
I
on
think it
top of
was
my head.
Mauritania, I believe.
Mauritania. Oh no, Mauritania was the one.
That was the Morocco
Morocco.
Cameroon game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Uh,
thought it was yeah, because
Oh,
they
but it was
were they
given
were
by referees. Like the Senegalese referee is a big star in Algeria now.
yeah. When
Oh,
you
we're
text
talking.
me, I
I'm
told you.
specifically about the Mali Senegal game, as
Yeah,
from a Senegal
when you
perspective.
text me before the game, you tell me it's a referee Senegal. What did I tell you? I say, oh gosh, I hope he won't be the star of the game and destroy the game. That's why I didn't talk to you after that because I started seeing what's going on. I said, okay, I'm
Why
out
is he
because this is
known in the
not.
Senegal by something or what?
Huh?
Is he known to be? Is he famous for something? That guy? I never heard
They
of him.
don't. I mean, we are not known to having good referees. We are not known for having good referees at all.
Okay.
There's
Well,
always contentious,
honestly,
even in
now
local
it
TV.
doesn't change anything. The game was was
Yeah.
closed, and
Talk about the same game.
that's it.
No, I specifically avoided. I wanted to ask about the referee in the Mali Senegal game because he gave, I think, Bissouma 2 yellow cards which resulted in a red in his expulsion in the first half, and it killed Mali's game completely.
Correct, correct. And I feel like a good referee would, not give him the second yellow, knowing that he already have a yellow, because that was in the middle of the the
For
field,
the
was
pitch,
nothing
yeah.
going on, was no like danger. He did not put it was like almost nothing. A good referee, like have a good psychology, will let him go, knowing that he already have a referee, just to not destroy the game. But you have to have some good referees out there.
Yeah.
And I just want to add something on the game yesterday. Obviously, the referee was not good, but I think Algeria never get into that game again. Nigeria,
No,
I mean, I
Algeria
never
didn't
That's
saw.
play
okay.
well
Okay,
at
don't rub
all.
it in our face. You don't have to say.
Huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Say it again. I don't have to. I don't have to bring that thing.
Yeah, don't rub it in our face. We know we were bad. And the referee
Well,
is
No,
always-
I was just disappointed comparing to the previous game because Algeria, I
yeah,
was seeing
they
them
were
going to final. They were really, really good
true.
and really organized, really disciplined. And then yesterday they just choked.
two
Uh,
two shot in 90 minutes is
I,
is a
yeah,
I
in the
disaster.
midfield.
I think physically they were not ready at all for that game. They were
Yeah,
tired
I
and
I
think
think they get surprised by the
physically,
intensity.
mentally, c'était la faillite.
C'était la
Well,
faillite because in Nigeria, I never saw him play like that. This is their best game ever. They come really, really ready. They put the intensity right away from minute one, and they
They
never they
were
never
ready.
let these
Algeria
guys
didn't
breathe.
play
So
well. They were not ready,
yeah,
and some coach bad judgment and mistakes.
yeah, I think it was a good wake-up call for Algeria. I think the silver lining, this is the caliber we should expect for the World Cup.
yeah,
So it's a
At
good wake-up
least
call.
yeah,
But let's live. I think we need to give Algeria a little bit more credit. Easily had the hardest from any team in the knockout stages, the hardest
yeah,
path to
yeah.
the final. Obviously, getting DR Congo in round of 16 versus uh, Tunis getting Mali,
Yeah.
for example, or
Yeah.
Morocco getting Tanzania, or who did Senegal get? I forgot.
We got Sudan, and Sudan scored
Yeah,
like
Sudan.
within 6 minutes. Sudan never
Exactly.
scored any goal against
Yeah.
anybody, and they
Getting
and they
Sudan.
found a way to score against
I
Senegal.
know. Or
I mean,
I mean it's so it's definitely, and obviously Nigeria getting Mozambique. I mean they steamrolled Mozambique 4-0. So
yeah,
the physical aspect of the game, obviously our players were dead coming into that game. So but obviously Nigeria deserved that win big time.
yeah, they they, they,
No,
they
that's for
do.
sure. They deserve it. They played. There is nothing to say about their win.
Yeah.
The thing is,
But
it's
Naim still don't like
le
the
fait du
Senegal
match.
referee, but
What
that's
do you
okay.
I
call
mean, listen, we definitely we did not. I mean, we did not play well the first half, but we still made it 0-0. We defended okay. If we get that penalty, which was a clear penalty, could have been 1-0, could have maybe changed something.
Mm, that's true.
Didn't get that penalty, it made it hard for us. I mean, that he played on the players' morale. They were not in, they felt the referee is against them. They lost like focus.
Yeah,
They were
that's true.
tired. That's it. I mean, after that is over.
Yeah, before I forget, everyone that's watching live, please don't forget to like and comment and interact with us.
I know.
Sammy said the silver lining for me is imagine if we won but lost to Morocco. So
Yeah, because I was looking for Algeria Morocco in Morocco game. That
right,
was
right.
like that was what I was, I was salivating on that game because I was like, that
Yeah.
one would have been fun.
But honestly,
I
Nigeria
was
Morocco is going to be
happy it didn't
a good
happen.
clash. Nigeria Morocco is going to be a good clash. I think
It's going to be, but I'm just looking to see if Nigeria will be able to repeat the same game because this is, I've been looking at, watching them for some time. For the World Cup qualifier, if you watch the game Nigeria against DRC Congo, Nigeria was like inexistent for like 120 minutes,
right.
and they were completely dominated. I think DRC Congo have like 70% of the possession, and that team just, watching them yesterday, they were a completely different team.
Hmm.
So I'm looking to see if they are capable of repeating that kind of game because Morocco gonna come, they're gonna come out roaring and they're gonna want to go get it because
Yeah.
they play with high intensity and they will, they push it pretty hard.
They're going to want to dominate possession. And I think I'm not trying to, stir up controversy here, but I genuinely, the team that has, hopefully there's a referee allows some physical play because obviously, like you mentioned, Morocco is going to have, uh, they're going to want to dominate possession and both teams play pretty physical. But uh, if the referee is awarding too many fouls for 50-50 chances, it kills your
Man,
momentum. So a team like Nigeria, by the way, all the aerial duels and 50-50 chances in midfield, if they
that's
get
true.
a lot of yellow cards early on, it'll be really, really hard for them to get their momentum going for the
That's
game.
a very good point. That's a very good point because we are in Africa and Algeria is playing. Sorry, Morocco is playing at home, so
Right.
you pretty sure the psychology of the referees will be, giving them a small push. To your point, that's a very valid point because the referee can kill the game by not giving a red, by just giving, by not allowing, intensity, not allowing, some
Open
small.
play, whistling
Exactly.
whistling too much, whistling
They
fouls
get
too
a
much.
couple of yellows at the beginning, like you said, and then the game is over, or a
Uh,
penalty or something like that. The game is
yeah,
over.
I really think the referee issues in Africa is not solved.
I agree.
It would take a long time to solve that central problem for African football. In my opinion, every AFCON referees, I can tell you, referees' mistakes are always there, but big mistakes, not small mistakes. Big means from the stage groups to the final, and it's part of the I would say the things that we are missing compared to prestigious competitions, the Euro Cup, the World Cup, where I think they delineate much better referees for the selection.
Yeah.
I hope the future will because African Cup is getting traction to the world, viewers, better organization, better money, rewarding their winners, and so on and so on. So it's getting bigger, but we have. I think in my opinion, the Confederation of Football is still not at the level required for the world class football to be practiced in Africa.
Yeah,
We,
I mean, so the fact that the CAN is almost over, and still they don't know where the next CAN going to be played at.
No, I thought it's confirmed they're going to
Yeah.
be Uganda and Kenya.
Really?
Yeah, of course. You
Between
didn't know
two
that?
countries?
Yeah,
They're
yeah, it's going
shifting
to be
to
two
4 years
countries,
now, right?
Uganda and Kenya. Yeah, they
Now
announced
it's
it a
gonna be
long
4
time
years.
ago.
I thought it was not 100% confirmed.
No, I heard rumors that infrastructure, like when they announced it, between Uganda and Kenya, both countries only have one stadium each that can be approved by CAF. So
Oh
I heard
man.
rumors that they're looking for a backup option, but as far as it's 100% confirmed to be in Uganda and
Because
Kenya.
now,
So-
the African Cup is 2014, so you need a lot of stadium, a lot of things. It's not
Not
like,
just that, hotels. You need hotels. That's the
Correct.
biggest
So
problem.
I think that's a very valid point. I just want to, piggyback on the point that you mentioned, Fuad, on the referee side. I think that's a very valid point. I think the challenge is most of the referees, beside the African Cup of Nations, they are refereeing on their countries, and those countries, our national leagues are very small.
right.
They don't really have,
Exactly.
the platform to learn. The referees in Europe and they referee, Champions League or,
Right.
the
No,
English
I
league or the French league.
totally
But in
agree.
Senegal or like small other countries, they referee like the local leagues is very minor leagues,
Yeah, yeah.
and there's no real training or the setup is not there for these guys to kind of
No,
Perfect.
get the level.
Perfect.
Yeah,
yeah, I think you're right, Boubacar. And then even if you consider the African Champions League,
correct.
I mean, I'm a fan of that because I watch them, and the referees are really, really, really sketchy. I mean, and we got them in the AFCON, so I'm not surprised actually. The level is not there.
Yeah.
It's not there.
I
It
think I
doesn't.
think the CAF is getting, sorry, cut you, but the CAF is getting enough money. I don't blame necessarily referees or these small countries not having enough money or set up to train them, but the CAF, should invest and kind of allocate some money for some training to
Yeah.
send these guys
Absolutely.
I
outside to be
think
trained.
Absolutely, Boubacar. I am a fan of that. There are multiple options to lift up the referees in Africa, and one of them is the CAF the FIFA training, FIFA referee training. They have very intensive trainings. So and what you said is just it's a budget issue. It's getting them trained in the middle of a very good instructors, FIFA
yeah.
instructors,
Well,
at a very high level. So that
guys, I need to
They're
give you
gonna
just
invest
to
on AI, believe me. They're
just
gonna invest on AI and the referee will be AI.
just to mention something, guys, don't forget, Coupe d'Afrique African Cup was only 8 teams less than 20 years ago, right?
Yeah,
So, or maybe exactly 20, 25 years ago. And now we're expanding it. We expanded it to 28 teams now, right?
yeah.
24.
So 24 teams. So it's you have to see how far CAF has progressed, just to give them a little bit of credit, and they have. And I think with Patrice Mostefe, CAF president, is confirmed doing the Super League. That's why the Coupe d'Afrique after 2028 is going to be every 4 years. So he's going to open up a Super League for all the big African clubs to compete in a Super League, similar style to the current Champions League format.
Honestly, he's doing
So,
what the FIFA asked him,
well, that,
Mohammed. I
but
wish
Yeah,
my
because
point is,
I,
Othman, that these types of things, as controversial as they are, will help the development level of refereeing of the overall football. Obviously, this tournament, you saw the quality of the pitches, and obviously the weather was very favorable. So we saw, no one can doubt that we saw really good quality football despite
yeah, no,
the
the
issues.
quality of the football is there, definitely.
Yeah.
Because most
So
of the players they play in big league in Europe. There is no problem, no doubt about that. The CAF is doing what FIFA is asking, and the 2 years version was good for Africa. It helps some small countries to build stadiums,
yes,
road,
yes,
build infrastructure. Without the money now from the CAF for that, which is the FIFA, the CAF money is the FIFA money. you have less infrastructure. And it's paradoxal because now the CAF is making huge money out of advertising.
Of
You know,
course.
Total and other companies and
TV rights. TV rights.
TV rights are huge
TV
too. Yeah,
rights and
beIN
all that.
Sports.
It's
Yeah.
huge money. That money should be dedicated to the youth of Africa, to the small countries to build things. And doing this in every 4 years, no. The clubs is not the country. It's owned by a
No,
private
Better rights.
person.
no, they're making a tournament like the European National Championship thing. What is that? One national team, they play each other and they make a kind of league.
That's like Nations
Countries.
League. They're doing that, but they're also doing the Super League
Yeah,
of
Super League
African clubs as well.
It's different, but the Nation League is the one that's going to be replacing the CAF.
Oh, okay. So
I
they will
think
do a Nation League also?
the CAN now is comment dire, it's a product which is solid now. It have its own investor. It have its own things. You think Total is sponsoring the CAN because they want to help? There is good money out of it.
Let's see. I'm going back to the ref. I think the ref in Africa is not just the technical training. They need to have some legal protection from the corruptions, because they get tempted. They come to their hotels with a bag of money, or
I mean, come on, we
hear a
can't
lot of stories.
speculate. We can't
The
speculate
super
this
duper
stuff, though.
ref.
Speculation, sir. Speculation.
You can't speculate this stuff, though, honestly.
I
Do we
have
have a
many stories,
video?
true stories in the media.
Naim,
But
do you have a
but
video?
getting a bag of cash to their hotel.
Come on. No, I mean, honestly,
You don't have proof. Don't say that.
honestly,
No,
no.
Listen,
No, we know the FIFA and CAF are corrupted. That for sure. But saying
not at the
that
level in Africa.
a
They're
bag
easy.
of money, that's a problem.
Yeah.
I saw yesterday, some Algerians on TV doing like that, meaning the ref has been paid. So
Yeah,
I think name is going down that path. So that maybe some cases like in Europe, but I guess when you have a lot of poverty, you have these guys. I think to Atman's point,
Yeah.
where every 2 years they had a lot of money flowing, they have an opportunity to get exposed.
There is a lot
Now you
of
cut in
pressure.
that to 4 years. So this, I don't know, maybe the National League or some other league that they will create will replace this, but let's see. But the CAF the biggest one in Africa, where every country was fighting to get in every 2 years, and was a lot of attraction. And it's only some small countries, because if you remember, the 2025 was supposed to be playing in Guinea, which is my other parents' original, because I'm both Senegal and Guinea. I come from both countries. But that small country could not, in time, have all this, the requirement in terms of stadium, hotel, and all that stuff. That's why they give it to Morocco, who was more ready and was kind of also getting ready for the World Cup.
Yeah.
But for most of these small countries, this is an opportunity for them to kind of get developed, because they're getting money, they can build more road and
That's
stadiums
the
and hotels.
point of 2 years. It was good for the African countries.
I think
Yeah.
it was good.
With
I
the
think so
money,
too.
they
I think
could,
the
if they
FIFA
build
and the
one
UEFA has
stadium,
been
it's
pushing.
good for them.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, they're silent.
Oh yeah.
No,
No, I was saying I agree that I think the FIFA and the UEFA is behind this, because of the intensity. There's been a lot of discussion about the health of the players and how many games these guys play. Because as you can see, when there is a World Cup or an European competition, they release the players. Some of the clubs in Europe, they wait until the last minute to release the African players,
Yeah.
just to go to
Especially,
they clearly don't give African competition a lot of respect. So they
yes,
feel like they can dictate and tell us what to do and how often we can get organized.
And
it
and
wasn't too long
by the
ago.
way, Boubacar, just to jump on what you just mentioned here, the latest decision made by the CAF to make it every 4 years was coming from that perspective.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the clubs in the world, in Europe mostly, had put a huge pressure on FIFA and CAF to have the AFCON not every 2 years anymore, but in every 4 years.
Yep.
And that is a perfect example of what who dictate what to who.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what people don't understand about African Cup, the reason why it's played in the winter is because half of the continent is under the equator. So unless you play the tournament every year in North Africa, which is not fair, you have to play in the winter time where it's summertime in some of these countries.
Correct.
So these and it wasn't too long ago, big controversy, I think, with the Premier League, especially in the French league, where CAF and FIFA had to intervene, where a lot of clubs in the early 2000s were just telling their telling their telling the players that they'd be in breach of their contract if they leave to the national team.
90% of the French league clubs they don't like the CAN
Of course, of course.
because
So
French don't
they
like
have-
much. French don't like anything. They don't like.
course.
They don't like Ramadan. They don't like Kaf. They
Yeah,
don't like
yeah, yeah.
anything.
but it's a very political. It's a very political.
they dislike Africa, but they like the
They
wealth.
like exactly.
They like the yeah,
They
exactly.
like Africa wealth.
But no,
Yeah,
it's
French is
disappointing. I think
special.
CAF should have taken a principled stance, kept it every 2 years, kept it keeps it in the winter.
Hey, look, Mohammed, a corrupted person can't stand
On two
the
legs.
ground.
Yeah.
If you are corrupted, you can't say no.
Guys, I think we drifted a little bit, so let's go back to our quarterfinals.
Sure.
Semifinals.
Yeah, the
Semifinals.
Quarterfinals is a whole story now.
Yeah, let me maybe jump in on the semifinal on my side. So on the one side you have Senegal versus Egypt. And this is what I was going to share with all of you my thought. I think I believe I've seen on one side I've seen two teams. Senegal from the beginning, the group stage to now, pretty much like a steady and not much of a jump. Nothing on Senegal team so far are actually. I don't know how Senegal will react with a very, very, very tactical team like Egypt.
Yeah.
And this is where they need to give everything. And I can tell you, with the wrong rhythm they were playing the last 4 games, they will not make it to the final for sure.
100%.
To me, I've been super surprised myself because I've also followed Egypt on the group stage, and they were like kind of
Mediocre.
pretty mediocre, I would say, winning or drawing, not making a lot of effort, but controlling, I would say. But
it's very nonchalant. They come off as very
yes,
nonchalant.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's a nonchalant is like a kind of winning, and we will see what happened. Against Benin, the same story. And I've seen a big jump yesterday.
Yeah.
Huge jump from Egypt beating Ivory Coast yesterday. It's like pretty much on the other quarterfinal when I've seen Morocco playing Cameroon, the big jump that Morocco was able to make in the quarterfinals, technically, tactically, and physically. I'm very surprised. They elevate the level. Nigeria, on the other side, is steady. They are playing since day one the same. I've not seen any jump of any from the Nigeria team squad. And I can tell you, to beat Morocco, if Morocco is staying at the same level as they beat Cameroon, it's going to be very hard. Except Morocco came back to their weaknesses, playing how they play the quarterfinal. So it's a bit of a who from the 4 are going to be elevating, I would say, their level to really to go to the final. And it's hard to predict. To me, it's a very hard. But I was surprised yesterday. Egypt playing a total different game. They were not playing. They were playing without a number 9, a striker. and they played it like a.
They're trying to do what they're trying to do. What they successfully did what Algeria was trying to do.
Well, and very tactically, and like you, Abubakar, you mentioned on the earlier. Actually, they were trying to get the game controlled, quick, fast, and efficient. They were 2-0 about 30 minutes, 34 or 40 minutes, you know. So and they I would say they already like Ivory Coast was already shaken. And they did not expect that at all. And the fast, the speed, the tactical, high-level squad of Egypt finished them off, yeah, pretty much on the Ivory Coast. So
I think there will be different way, because there's semi-final and the four teams knows it's one game to the final, one game to go to home with the cup. So it will be very tactical, more tactical than anything. So I doubt the teams will be exposing themselves and attacking. Teams will be just waiting for like wolves. Wait and see.
Well, I mean, Morocco scored 3 goals against a very strong team like Ivory Coast. So I wouldn't say that them as hiding or not showing their.
Yeah,
I
but
think that's the first time. I think that's the first time in the tournament, though. Fuad, to your point, I think that's the first time now that, in hindsight, maybe they were pacing themselves appropriately. Against a team like Benin, we expected total domination. Obviously, just a 1-0 score, right? So it was a very boring game. But maybe
no, they finished 3-1.
Oh, 3-1.
Yeah, with Egypt and Benin, yeah.
But even then, I mean, we didn't see a total domination
Oh no,
the same way we did
No,
against a bigger team like Ivory Coast.
yes.
No, I disagree a little bit because from what I saw Egypt, against Benin, they have like 80% of the ball. Obviously, they only scored 1 goal, and then after they went to extra time, they scored 2 more goals. But they were like a team that was completely dominating, having the ball, having all the position. And then yesterday, like I said, they shifted to a team that just stay on their side, organized, not jumping around, and then waiting for the right time. And then they just every single time they play and counter attack, and every single time they go, you feel like they can score because the way they just don't like you said earlier, get exposed for nothing. They got that line of 5 behind. The midfield was very, very solid. I mean, Annie is Annie. Oh man, that guy. I don't think he make a single mistake the whole game. I was looking. He's so clean. His position and his movement. Every single movement is like calibrated. So, they show two faces. One face where against small teams where they feel like they can control the ball. Against big team yesterday, they were coming and say, okay, Ivory is gonna have the ball. We're gonna get organized. We're not gonna get exposed. They have a solid defense, and then they go on attack. But when they go on attack, they have good players on the front.
I agree.
Salah, Marmoush, all those guys, they can score from any position.
Situation.
Yeah.
That's the
Especially
reason
set
why,
pieces.
to your
Especially
point
set pieces.
earlier,
A team like Benin, who plays with 10 defenders, versus playing Cote d'Ivoire with they open like a normal,
yeah,
team.
because Cote d'Ivoire coming with a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
Cote d'Ivoire coming with a lot of confidence, feeling like they are, the champions. They're gonna go in and attack and win.
Yeah.
And Egypt just wait and then counter. But the to your point earlier, that's the reason why Senegal has been almost flat all the time, and they raise a little bit their, they start raising their tempo a little bit, but then they went like 10 against 9 and then drop again. I mean 10 against 11, they drop again. If they
Egypt always play with a faux rythme. Ils
Correct.
endorment le match.
And
Yeah.
if they don't up the rhythm against Egypt, I don't think they're gonna go through because Egypt behind is so organized, and Egypt is used to just sitting and waiting,
Yeah,
and then they're
they
gonna hit
keep,
you on
they
the
keep the
counter.
rhythm, but it's their tactics.
Yeah.
But if
Boubacar,
Sudan was able to score against our defense, Sudan didn't score against anybody. If Sudan did it, I can Salah and Marmoush can do it
I think
easily.
it was their,
So
I think it was their
my
first.
worry
I think
is
it was their
like,
first
come
goal.
on.
Sudan's
Huh?
first goal in AFCON history, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Boubacar, it's hard to compare games when semi-final are reached.
Of course.
Sure.
For the Senegal national team, the goal is not to go to the finals, to win the final. So they have and everyone, but not just Senegal, everyone there is going to be that mindset thinking.
Yeah.
So my view is yes, but now the question to me, this is what I'm saying: how Senegal can elevate their level for the semifinal? If they're not,
Yeah.
it's going to be a problematic. By the way, all the teams are going to be having the same problematic.
Let me add one more question to Boubacar. What does the Senegal media say about the Senegal defense? Like, I'm very concerned about Koulibaly. He's like very heavy and slow.
The problem is that they have a very talented young team on the bench, young defenders, young blood. But looks like there is some kind of, I don't know, the team keep putting Koulibaly because those guys have obviously more experience, they have more VQ and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But he's slow. You can see, like that's the point I was trying to make earlier.
Yeah.
The back line is very heavy. They have a lot of, but they are
We
very
have
slow.
our Mahrez syndrome.
Yeah, so Sadio Mane right now, you can see. To me, if I was a coach, Sadio Mane don't start the game. He's gonna be a joker, and I'm gonna put him in the middle of the game because he have a good vision, he have a good tactic, but he don't have the speed anymore. He don't have the kind of thing that the young guys are having. So the
I
challenge
think it's
is,
their last Africa Cup. It's the end of a
yeah. So
generation.
How older is he?
the media are actually what we just talked about. Yeah,
How older is he, Koulibaly?
I think he's 34 now. I think.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. 34, and he's been in Saudi Arabia for what, 2-3 years now?
Yeah, 2-3 years now. At Chelsea,
No.
at Chelsea, he could not keep up with the speed anymore. That's why he went there. So the goalkeeper same, and he's been leaking.
Mendy, yeah?
Yeah,
Huh?
Mendy. Yeah.
He's been making
leaking
mistakes.
Few like he's stupid goals. This is really for me the real test because until now, either way, they've been lucky to play with a team or team playing against 10 men. And if you look at the ratio goal, the X goal for Senegal, the ratio is very low. They
Yeah.
have they waste a lot of occasions. Yesterday, Egypt have maybe 4 shots and 3 goals. And this is the level of efficiency that we're talking about. Senegal may have 8 of them and score 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So
Someone in the live stream said that this is Senegal's biggest test besides the group stage match against DR Congo.
yeah. And even against DR Congo, they were down 2-0, and then they were able to come back.
Yeah, they
And then
turned
the
it around pretty
semifinal,
good.
you're not gonna come back from 2-0.
Right.
If you get 2-0, it's over. And
Well, I think
especially against Egypt.
how is Senegal against set pieces? Because if you notice the game Egypt against Ivory Coast, I think all of besides one, 2 of Egypt's goals were off corner kicks or free kicks, headers.
Yeah, I mean, they have some, they're pretty good on set pieces, but the problem is, most of the number 9, which is, Jackson again, I don't know if he's going to play. He's a former Chelsea guy. He's
Yeah.
known for scoring 1 out of 20 occasions. And then
He's a good
his
poacher.
backups is not better.
Yeah.
And then, if you look at the goals that we scored, is either way from the midfielder who's going to be suspended this game because he have 2 yellows. He's not going to play. Gay.
Oh,
And, yeah, he's out and they need to find another guy in the middle.
Is it Idrissa Gueye or another one?
Idrissa Gueye is Idrissa Gueye is 39 now, 38 or 39. He's almost 40 years old.
Oh my
And
goodness.
that's the problem. They got the young bloods on the bench. They're still playing the same guys that won the cup 4 years ago. And because the coach, for whatever reason, he feel like he need to play these guys. I think if they don't put young bloods to put the pressure and put the intensity on the game, they may not go through. I hope they're going to go through, but it's going to be rough.
Do you know, Boubacar, I'm feeling or hearing today the same syndrome we have in Nigeria, like keeping the elders. It's good to have respect to the people, but you need to put the fresh blood squad. I think the more talented one, the future.
I agree.
And I think I don't know why, but the transitional to make sure it's okay.
Not easy to make transition. It's not.
You have to start at some point.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
problem is when your colleague became your manager. When you
yeah,
have a colleague for like 10 years and then the following day they say, hey, no, you are the boss now, and then you need to now manage people that used to be your colleagues.
Exactly.
The coach is within the staff for all these years. He saw this guy becoming the biggest star on the team, and now he became the coach. He can't put him on the bench. That's his problem. You put in a coach from outside, he's gonna come in and have a complete fresh view. He's gonna pick me. He's gonna run the team. He will not pull all the old guys. I mean, old guys on the bench. He's gonna mix it up a little bit. But this guy he was sitting on the bench as a
yeah.
backup assistant, watching this guy became the biggest star of the team, and now he's a coach. They're looking at him. Hey, you 4 years ago you was just the number three, so he can't put him on the bench. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But he need to have a conversation with Sadio Mane, for example, say, hey, I think you're gonna have a bigger impact on the second half of the game because you have a great vision, you have a great technique. When everybody's tired, you can get in and then give some different vision of the game. But you're not gonna start the game. We just agree on that. Some other players, same discussion, and then you put in the young guy. They're gonna go in, and then you put in the other guys later. But he keep putting the same team. Sadio Mane played all the game, even when the
Yeah.
Senegal was completely
I know.
qualified.
He
He could,
shouldn't.
he could
Yeah,
rest
yeah.
him. He play him anyway.
He,
He
he,
put
sh-
him
he,
90
sh-
minutes.
But
he
that's the
should
Mahrez
be.
is the
problem.
same story.
That's the
This is,
problem with
this is
Mahrez.
the same story.
Yeah, with
It's a
Mahrez.
remake of Algerian story.
Yeah,
The
ask
thing
these
is,
guys. The whole group
these
stage,
managers are
Yeah, the
the
group
whole
they
group
stage
stage
are
was
match.
scared
qualified.
are scared to change
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah. The old guard.
the stars.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
have stars and no untouchable.
No,
Yeah,
but you see it with Algeria. With ask these guys.
Yeah,
This whole African Cup. I was talking about Riyad Mahrez. Obviously, he scored 3 goals for us in the group stage. But I said, guys, this is not a good thing. Yes, he scored 3 goals, but they were how do I say it? They were basically served to him on a silver platter. And I said,
yeah,
Mahrez being the captain and being his age, 35, 36 years old, is guaranteed to start every match up until like the 70th minute. And we basically play with a handicap for 70 minutes. And I got
yeah,
laughed at.
yeah,
But I mean, that's the truth.
yeah.
yeah, but Senegal
He
is
did
facing
not
the
play.
same problem.
Huh?
He
Senegal is facing the same problem. If you're gonna have Sadio
Oh,
Mane,
breaking.
But
whatever the form
At
is,
least Senegal is still able to produce some sort of attack. I mean, Algeria, if you watched Boubacar, I don't know if you saw
we
the
don't
game
have a
with Congo.
striker. That's the
We had
problem.
0 shots on goal against Nigeria.
Yeah,
I
we
need to
don't
Yeah,
remind
have
you
but
it.
it
guys.
wasn't because of the striker, because of the midfield. The guy was eating on the midfield.
Yeah, of course. But even the wingers
Nigeria
were
was
not doing anything.
doubling on every single time they're trying to have a ball. You have two Nigerian on him. He could
Yep.
not turn around. He don't have time to give and make a pass.
yeah,
So then the guy that was on top, he was isolated completely. He didn't see any ball coming.
yeah.
So the challenge was they didn't match them physically and the intensity from the beginning. I think from the beginning, for whatever reason, they get frustrated with obviously the
The referee
referee. They get
calls,
caught
yeah.
into all that whole noise, and they never come out. They never come out from that circle.
Okay, guys,
So
let's move on to the other semifinals, and then we can close on
I
prediction.
think I think Nigeria are going to spoil everybody and then
Well,
get Morocco out.
what do you
Really?
think about
Unfortunately,
what's your prognostic over Senegal for the
I
Senegal
huh?
Egypt game? What's your
I
prediction?
think it's
Score
going to
prediction?
be 0-0 and go to penalties again.
Oh wow.
And then I don't know who's going to win on the penalties.
Yeah.
I think Egypt will at some point will cut some
Find a
type
way.
of crazy set piece 1-0.
Yeah,
I
it's
hope
possible.
Senegal wins. Honestly, I'll be rooting for them, but
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's
Me
going
too. It's like 59% Senegal, 51% Egypt. Only because Koulibaly. A guy is slow. He has been in Saudi eating a lot of kebsa for 2 years.
to.
I don't
Yeah,
know. He's like very
and
happy.
then
Honestly, it's gonna be to the penalties. Semi-final, don't expect any winner.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
It's
thinking
up to
penalties. But I think Nigeria, if they play like they played yesterday, I think they're gonna go through.
Yeah, but Morocco have the players to play against Nigeria, which
Yeah.
Algeria didn't have.
yeah, much
I,
physical
I
players,
think the
of course.
pressure is gonna be so high on Morocco right now. Nigeria, they are almost already won by getting on the semifinals. Morocco, they're gonna come in on the high speed. If they hit the wall from the beginning, like you said earlier, if the referee don't destroy the game, I don't see them going through, to be fully honest, because they are like Senegal. They play pretty well. I mean, they play better than Senegal, but they miss a lot of a lot of before scoring. I don't think they're gonna have that luxury on the semifinals. And I think in Nigeria they are pretty powerful in terms of physical power. And if they play like they play yesterday in terms of density, I think they won't allow Morocco to kind of have that ping pong ball like tiki taka like Barcelona thing.
That will be no tiki-taka. It will be really
They kill
tactics.
down the middle. If they kill down the middle, Morocco gonna be lost
Every
because
team
that's
will be defending 11 defender until the 90 minutes, 120 minutes, and the penalties will be the referee, believe me,
Yeah,
Guys,
for both games.
guys, I think when you see the last game, there was no tiki taka.
for Morocco.
Morocco, Cameroon. If you see the game, there was no tiki taka.
But they
There
control the
was pretty
midfield.
much nothing.
But they dominated the midfield, though.
So what? Oh yeah. Do you know they put pressure on Gemo, the forward from Cameroon.
Yeah.
Was surrounded every time by four
He was
players.
swarmed, yeah. Four players.
And they
yeah.
press so hard. Boubacar, Morocco has changed the tactics on the quarterfinal game. They played very, very, very hard press. They're pressing.
No, I
the
agree.
press. Yeah,
I agree.
And no tiki taka. They were very tactically reorganized in a fashion that I can tell you nobody has seen Morocco playing that way.
But Nigeria played the same way yesterday. But my point was,
Oh
they're going to
no.
be
No.
Nigeria,
They didn't play Algeria that way. No.
If you watch the game, the intensity, how they were getting on that's why the Algeria on the midfield couldn't get the ball because they were having two people on every single play all the time.
Yeah.
If they play to the intensity, they're going to be clashing on the middle, and then I think Nigeria have like more physical power to go through. If they annihilate, if they dominate the midfield, I think Morocco gonna give up. And the difference also is Cameroon don't have any mid. And the kids that was on front, he's like 18-year-old that was playing in second division a few months ago. Nigeria, they have a firepower, on the front
Offense,
that can score at any point. So if they win that battle, if that fight go to physical, and then 2 against 2 on the middle, and they win that battle, I think I don't think that Atman or Ford made the point earlier. Maybe they go to penalties, or they can screw the game up because if they go to like 50, 60 minutes 0-0, then the tension gonna start raising, go up into
Pressure,
the
lots of
region,
pressure.
and the pressure into the Moroccan, and then you're gonna see some stuff changing around. I'm pretty sure because when you organize, people expecting you to score and have a nice game because that's what they've been doing until now. Go to 50, 60 minutes, 70 minutes, 0-0, and then the intensity going higher and higher. I'm pretty sure you're gonna start seeing some people start freaking out.
So yes and no. This is what I think. I've seen Nigeria playing the same game since day one to the quarterfinal yesterday in Nigeria. Same games.
No.
Yes, they did. I think they played the same games. How they press, how they play with the same formation with Lookman on the left hand side, and those. Yes. It's very well known now.
The formation is the same, but if you look at
let me finish. Morocco has changed many of the players and the tactics and the games. So I think I would say it's going to be a different game. And now who won that? I agree, is the one who's going to press more than the other. And if you isolate Lookman, you isolate the players in the midfield, it's gone. And and by the way, they did it very well with Cameroon. They neutralized them for 80 minutes. So if they what I'm saying is we have already we had seen in the quarterfinal Morocco did it. I've not seen Nigeria doing it constantly because they did not. I think the level of what this is what I said earlier. Nigeria played the same, steady. They did not see. Even Algeria is big in terms of a team and so on and so on. they did not operate well yesterday.
So I disagree because I saw Algeria playing so well from the beginning. That's why I thought they're gonna just keep flying out from there.
Yes.
Nigeria started pretty poorly. Nigeria started the first game, they were all over the place. The second game they won against Mozambique, obviously, was just like a wicked team. Yesterday was their best game in terms of intensity, in terms of connections. That was for me, from my point of view, that was their best. I see them slowly going up. The intensity that I saw yesterday, I didn't see that before because either way they were able to score because they have some players that can score in the front, but the midfield were all over the place. But yesterday, the physical impact that they put in the middle, because Algeria, I mean, I know Algeria, but Algeria is not a bad team. Algeria is a pretty good team. They started pretty well, and yesterday in the midfield they were not existing. So that's the reason they got something in the middle. They got those three on the middle, like that triangle in the middle. If I don't see the Moroccan midfield winning if they play like they play yesterday.
Yeah, I
100%.
agree. I agree with Bubakar. I mean, honestly, like Nigeria was no team had total domination, especially considering it was a quarterfinal match.
Yeah,
Total domination in the midfield like Nigeria did. I have, especially in tournament football, you're used to very low scores. And guys, come on, it could have been 4-0, 5-0 if it wasn't for some misses on Nigeria's end, right? Don't get me
correct,
wrong. Yeah,
correct,
their game against Tunis that ended 3-2 after they scored 3 goals straight. Everyone thought that that was, or even against Mozambique, whatever,
correct, correct,
4-0.
correct.
But I mean, come on, this scoreline 2-0 against a top five powerhouse of
Yeah,
Algeria.
because if to your point, sorry, if you look at the other game, the Egypt game, for example, against Ivory Coast have like 60% of the ball. If you were just sitting.
Yep,
On the midfield, Ivory Coast was dominating the game, but the other guy was, I mean, Egypt was more efficient.
yep,
But against Algeria, Nigeria kind of from the beginning to the end, they were kind of just
total
physically like I was
domination.
thinking this guy need to be tested for some drugs. I never seen him playing like that.
Yeah,
Physically, they were
especially
all over the
that's
place.
what I was
Huh?
getting at, and that's what I was getting at when I mentioned Algeria's path. I mean, obviously coming off a team like DR Congo versus coming off Mozambique, the players are going to be much, much um, uh, more tired
Physically, yeah,
coming off
really,
a
yeah,
team like DR
yeah,
Congo.
yeah.
But yeah, like you mentioned, you make a great point. Obviously, Morocco is a strong team. No one's denying that. But a midfield like with Iwobi and I
Forget
forgot the other
they
two.
got three other
And
guys,
Didi.
pretty
And
physical.
Didi.
And yeah, Wilfred and
Didi,
Didi.
I don't know who
Lokman,
the
I
other guy.
mean, they are. I didn't think about it until Boubacar mentioned this point, but they are a star-studded midfield compared to Morocco.
Yeah. All right, guys. I know this discussion is very interesting and very good, but we have to close soon.
By the way,
Oh, come
we have a
on. I'm
record
here.
number
I'm
of
ready to
viewers
talk until
today.
tomorrow.
We have 82 viewers watching us right now. Thank
Nice.
you
Thank you,
everyone for all
please.
the comments. Much
Uh,
appreciated.
everybody.
subscribe. Okay,
Yep.
so let's go with, I guess, final prediction for Morocco, Nigeria. For me, it's going to be, I think, 50-50. Morocco can close it early in 90 minutes because Nigeria going to have a red card. They're going to lose one player.
Possible.
Guys, like I said, it's all up to the referee to make it an even game. If Nigeria tries to press as physically as they did against Algeria,
Yeah.
and they get a couple yellow cards early in the first half, the game will flip on its head and
Yeah.
Morocco will win.
That's true.
But if it's a 50-50 game, I think Nigeria will, I think it'll be another 1-0 or 2-0 for Nigeria.
Mohammed, Nigeria didn't need even the referee to
I'm
close
not
the game.
saying I'm
All
not
right,
saying that
guys.
I'm not saying Nigeria needed the referee. I'm saying Nigeria cannot keep up this intensity without a fair referee that does not
Yes.
call a foul every couple seconds that breaks up the game. That's all I'm
100%.
saying.
100%. 100%.
All right.
100%.
What your prediction? Final
No,
prediction is
no, my prediction is going to be 50-50 on both sides. It's going to be very close games. It's very hard to predict. I think it's very hard, but I would see Morocco winning on the Nigeria game, and a small slight advantage to Egypt versus Senegal.
okay.
Yeah.
So you guys all see like Morocco versus Senegal in the final.
No, I see,
No,
I see
my
both
final
games ending with penalties. So the
Morocco,
winner
Egypt, I think.
will be
my
a
final is
lottery.
Nigeria Egypt.
Nigeria, Egypt. Okay.
I
Boubacar,
see I see Nigeria Ah, man. Nigeria, Senegal, just because of this.
Of course, yeah. There you go.
This is great.
Yeah, it's good, guys.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right, we'll see you guys after they play on Wednesday. Everyone plays on Wednesday, correct?
Yes.
So
Don't
we'll
make
do a
me
match.
hide. I'm
We'll
gonna
do
hide from now on.
Bubakar, hopefully we see you in good terms on Wednesday then.
I'm gonna hide from now on. Because I
And good
said,
luck.
I
Good
said
luck,
Senegal
Boubacar.
going through, so I'm gonna hide.
All
Thank
right.
you for joining us, Boubacar.
Thank you
Thank you.
guys for having
Thank
me.
you.